So right now the price of Bitcoin is rising to $1,300. We're getting very close to testing the price of gold, which is $1,325. So what are the good news in the Bitcoin world, in the crypto world, that we need to be aware of and to understand why the price is rising? What are the possibilities of the price going down? What's the best case scenario, and what possible trading strategies we could possibly have? So let's look at the current facts. So last time I checked, the price was 1,280. Some exchanges price has already gone up to 1,350. So I'm going to say 1,280 right now in this moment is the comfortable price, while there are exchanges that are already selling Bitcoin past the price of gold. The market cap is getting close to 21 billion. Overall, the cryptocurrency world is $30 billion in total. So if you have a diverse portfolio of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins, no matter what, you're making money from this. This is absolutely excellent. So what are the things that are bringing up the price? Well, there are several countries that are taking a pro-Bitcoin stance. India, which is a population of 1 billion people, has legalized Bitcoin. Japan in the summer, people will be able to buy more products in Bitcoin, and Russia is moving to legalize Bitcoin. And of course, the greatest civilization of all time, Malta, is taking a very, very pro-Bitcoin stance. Other factors to take into account is that the support for SegWit adoption goes up, and when the support for SegWit goes up, the price goes up. And also in America, the SEC is redeciding whether or not it's going to allow a Bitcoin ETF. I personally wouldn't invest in Bitcoin ETF. I think ETFs are ridiculous, because why buy a share of Bitcoin when you can actually own Bitcoin? But whatever, that news brings up the price. So it's also, we've passed 1,250, which was a current resistance mark for the price, and the price of gold is kind of like not really a technical resistance. It's more of a psychological resistance. When people see getting close to the price of gold, a lot of people tend to sell. So what are the negative factors that could possibly happen in the next week or two? If the SEC rules that they're not going to let the Bitcoin ETF go ahead, that's fine, but the price will probably take a tumble for a week. But as we can see, that it doesn't really matter, because every time they have a negative ruling, the price goes back. The price does eventually go back up again, because Bitcoin is destined to keep rising. There's also some problems with some of the large exchanges. Due to banking regulations, people are having problems with taking out their dollars. So in some exchanges, the price of Bitcoin is inflated. In the past, whenever there was a problem in exchanges, the price would tumble for a few weeks. However, in 2017, every time there's a problem in an exchange, the price tumbles for 1 day or 2 days. But that's because every time people mass sell their Bitcoin, more people buy Bitcoin, more people have Bitcoin, so therefore there's less. The volume of Bitcoin is now decentralized into different exchanges and different individual people's wallets. So it's actually a good thing when the exchange goes down and there's a mass sell-off. It's actually quite good. It's actually quite good. So worst case scenario, if there's a big sell-off today or the next couple of days, and the price goes down to a previous support line of, let's just say, 1,140. I think that's unlikely. I think it's more likely that 1,250 will be the new support line, and that's the new cheapest price that you could possibly buy Bitcoin. But the price could obviously go down lower, but I don't think so. I think we're in a really, really good position to keep steam running forward. because it could go up. Let's say what I'm going to call the comfortable price is 1,330, and then go down to 1,250. I mean, that's still good. That's still good movement, and then it will keep testing that price of gold, which is 1,325. But if it breaks and stays above the price of gold for a week, which means that the closing price is above the price of gold for a few days, then people will have it. Well, people will have it in their head that Bitcoin isn't dollars. Bitcoin is gold. Bitcoin is the new gold. And people will rush and they will sell their gold and buy Bitcoin, and we will see €1,500 at some point in the summer. So, if you're convinced that the technology is sound and this is a great investment for your savings the next couple of years, then buying at the high doesn't really matter, because like, what's $100 less if in a year's time the price is $2,000? I mean, it really doesn't matter what time you buy. Buy and hold is the best strategy. For myself, because I buy and sell on a daily basis, that's what I do. I got a little bit spooky. Oh, I'll tell you what I did recently. I was making a bank transfer, and because I'm dealing with Bitcoin all the time, I forget how slow bank transfers are. It's like bank holiday weekend. It means you don't get it this week, and you don't get it over the weekend, and they don't start sorting it out until after the start of the week. So it takes an entire week to go through, and the price of Bitcoin was rising. That was really annoying. But on the day that I went to buy the Bitcoin, there was bad news and the price went down, so I ended up getting it at a good deal. Then I'm looking at the price of Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to have some good news coming in. Next week, more markets are going to be accepting Ethereum, and every time they announce a protocol upgrade, the price goes up. So the price of Ethereum has also been going up. It's been doing very well. It's running around $50. That might be the new support line. Who knows? Because often it goes up to 50 and then goes down again. But it's been like that for a week. It's done this before. It could easily go down. At the moment, the price of Ethereum is staying strong, but people are selling their Ethereum to buy Bitcoin at the moment, and I tend to do the opposite. I tend to buy Ethereum when people are selling their Ethereum. So I split what I call my low risk account. I have a low risk, a medium, and a high risk account. My low risk account, I decided to split it 50-50 between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if all of a sudden the price of Bitcoin drops, I will then use the Ethereum I have to buy back the Bitcoin. If the other way happens, that all of a sudden the price of Ethereum drops, if it drops in the next couple of days, I will sell my Bitcoin and buy Ethereum. But either way, holding Ethereum, holding Bitcoin, it's going to make you money. It's going to make way more money. You're going to have like easily minimum of 30% more buying power at the end of the year. That's being very conservative. So it's a very good day. It's a very good week for Bitcoin. It's going to be a very good summer. It's going to be a very good year. So buy Bitcoin, hold it, and if you think you can make extra cash flipping it, then do that. Freedom, baby.